Hello, everyone. My name is Orwa Joseph, a trainer with Africa 118 for Google Digital Skills Program. Thank you so much for your patience from the beginning. We had to set up and get an alternative power source so that we may be able to come to us live. So I just want to confirm with us if you can see our slides and you can hear us. Please feel free to introduce yourself. Let's know if you can hear our voices, if you can see we plan to kick-start our session of today. I will be waiting for your comments. We'll be waiting for your confirmation from wherever you are. If you can hear our voices, you can be able to see our screen and be able to see our slides too. So from wherever you are, feel free to let us know if you can be able to hear our voices and be able to see our screens. And that one will be a great deal. Great, I can see Pius interacting with us over there. Thanks so much, Pius, for getting us started. Just waiting for confirmation from us. If you can hear our voices, if you can see our slides, please let us know at the chat box. As I mentioned, my name is Orwa Joseph, a trainer with Africa 118, and today we are coming to you live to share how to use data and insight to help you grow your business. Together with me is my colleague, Pius, who will be moderating our today's session just to ensure that we get the very best out of it. For your confirmation, if you can get to hear our voice and see our screen, I want us to move and introduce our today's agenda. So, in our today's discussion, we have broken our main agenda into three. So, during our discussion, you will be able to identify and understand the right while you are trying to collect data that you can use to actually market your business and grow your business online. And you'll also be able to gain analytics insights. If you want to collect in order to reach out to your customers, a data that can give you an ample time to make right business decisions, then we will be having a discussion on how you can actually use the available tools for you to use to achieve that. Then our last agenda, we will be able to understand and analyze your data set, be able to understand your data and analyze your data set. Great. So that is going to be what we will be discussing as we share on how to use data and insight to help you grow your business online. Great. So to get us started, as I mentioned, what words would you use to describe your customers? I know you are doing business. You have several customers with you. Feel free to share with us at the chat box, and we will be able to pick some of your reactions, some of your comments, and that will be a great deal. So we have Pius confirming that they can get us. I can see Hakim Ru. Hello Hakim. How are you doing? And I'm able to see Justin say, okay, just fine. Great people, thanks for joining and bringing up your comments. So we have a question for us. What words would you use to describe your customers? If you're given time to describe your customer, how will you describe them? All right? I know my customers, sometimes I'm doing some business and my customers, some are inquisitive, some are bothering, some are quite nasty. I don't know. And some of my customers are always very particular. They know what they want and how they want it. But others are quite much bargaining. I don't know how you can describe your customer. how do you describe your customer? All right, how do you describe your customer? Feel free to share that as a chat box, and we'll be able to go through your comments and able to learn together from you. How do you describe your customers? One word or two? Try use one word or two. How do you use always describe your customers if given time? All right. So we want to jump into our first segment. This segment is understanding the right question to ask. Remember, the main topic of discussion is to use data and insight to help you grow your business. So when we mention data and insight, meaning there is some statistics that you will be having, some information. So how do you get this information? That is the whole question. How do you interpret that information? So before you get that information, the first thing you need to know the right question to ask so that you get the right answers. Great? Yes, you can carry out a survey and you are asking customers how old they are. And maybe the age is not an attribute that will help you like grow your business. Right? So understanding the right question to ask. Let's move forward. And we have a question for us. The first thing, you have customers, you have a product. What questions do you want to ask your customers? You need to have a set of questions. What exactly are the questions that you want to ask your customers? I have a product, I know my customers, and I want this product to go to them better. Maybe so that they can use my service. So feel free to share with us at the chat box. What are some of the questions you wish to ask your customers? Here is the product. There are the customers. I have the product. They have the money. What set of questions will you actually want to ask your customers? Feel free to share that at the chat box, and we'll be picking some of your questions and be able to learn together even as we move forward. Great, I can see Miriam Nampima joining. Thanks so much, Miriam, for coming. It's great to have you. And I can see great conversation going on. So feel free to share with us some of your questions or our comments of today. What are some of the questions that you might want to ask your customers? All right. Vision Africa. Hello, everyone. Hello, Vision Africa. Welcome to our today's session. Vision Africa, you have come at the right time when we were just handling this particular question. I'm in business, I have a product, there are the customers. What set of questions do you really want to ask them? Take care of what kind of information do you want to receive from them. That one will guide you on what kind of the questions you are able to ask these people. Feel free to share that at the chat box, and we'll be looking at them even as we proceed with our discussions today. Now, we can break this process of getting information, the process of collecting data, the process of analytics. We can have it broken down into 4 segments. The first segment is identify your objective. When we mention objective, is what exactly do you want to achieve? And the 2, what questions do you need to address? It could be, I'm selling juice. So if I'm selling juice, what is my objective? To sell juice. So what set of questions do I need to address? People could be asking questions about juice. How much is your juice? What is the context of your juice? Is it fresh? All right. And maybe what are the incentives within the juice, the content, the ingredients? So what kind of questions do you need to address? And the third, where do you get that information? Where exactly do you get that information from? Is it from customers? Is it a prospects client? If yes, then which tools will you be using to reach out to them? And 4, what do you want to do with that particular information? So once you are set with these particular steps, then you will set yourself ready for the process and the journey of analytics. So are you ready? So that we move forward with our journey of today. Use that adding insight to help you grow your business online. Okay, let's move forward. So look, when we mention objective is exactly what do you want to achieve. Let's have a look at some of the examples of objectives that you can have as the first segment of our discussion in the process of analytics. Objectives. Do you want to tell more people about your business? Do you want to sell more of your product or service? Or you want to identify most valuable customers? Or you want to find new ways to engage with your previous customers? These ones could be a set of objectives for your business. So once you know your objectives, then at the back of your mind, you shall have started the process of analytics in the right way. It will govern the kind of question you need to ask. It will be governing which tools you will be using and exactly how you are going to actually receive that data ready for processing. Great. So consider your objectives. That is step number one. Right. So, and the step number two, what question do you need really to ask, or which are the questions that you need to address? Right? So let's look at some of the examples. So to explain this type of question to ask about your business, we will be using the word ring. So use ring to structure the type of questions you will need to ask about your business. So ring always stands for reach, engage, activate, and nurture. So do you really want to reach these people? If you want to reach out to them, what kind of question will you be asking? If you want to engage with these customers, then what kind of questions do you need to ask? For example, if I want to reach new people, the question will be, have you ever tested my juice? Do you know that there is a juice that has content A and B and C, and when you use it, then bam, you will find maybe that they give you these particular health benefits. So in reach is all about creating brand awareness. All right. Do you know I exist? Have you ever visited my store? So reach is almost brand awareness, and it's under ring. So the next step is engage. So at the step that you, of your question, do you want to engage with these people? Like start a conversation. Or why? Or if it's not reaching the new audience, it could be engaging with this particular clients. And engaging could be a question that triggers a conversation. You want an opinion. You want them to comment on particular aspect of your product that you are selling. And then it could, if not reach, it's engage. Or if not engage, maybe you want to activate. Activation is a business process in which you are introducing a new product or you are introducing the same product to a new market. So this also could be the form of engagement that you want to have with your customers. So that one also will dictate kind of questions you need to ask. And another thing is nature. In nurturing, this means you have your customer as you, and you want to have them. You always want to have them. So this will be intent. Who is my target audience and how do I reach them online? Are they finding me? What they do they need? Are they booking? Are they coming back? So this is a kind of you want to build a kind of relationship with your clients online. So this is always touching on repeat clients. These are you carry out a campaign that maybe is looking for after sale. All right, they bought a product from you and you want to find out if the product worked out. You want some feedback. This is always to nurture. Yani, you build a relationship with this particular client. So This will guide you. The REAN acronym will guide you in the kind of questions you need to ask. After that one, we move to the next step to look at where actually do you get that information from. When we look at this, is we're going to consider which tools are you going to use to collect that data and also be able to analyze that particular data. How? Where will that data coming from? All right. So with that, you need to consider some of the tools that you can be able to use to gain the right information. So we'll be looking at these tools in more details in a later section, but to provide a quick overview of how they help business gain insight. Social channels. Have you ever used social media channels to maybe advertise your product? For example, Facebook page or Instagram for business. Have you ever used that one? So with social channels, you will be able to see which content users engage with. You can be able to measure views, likes, follows, and shares, among others. These are available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, which have strong reporting features. So using social channels could be a way for you to use. It's a tool for you to connect with clients and get that particular information that you want. You also have organic search. Identify what customers are looking for and align your business with their searches. All right. So you'll be able to look at how people are doing their searches online in a particular industry. So when you look at how they do their searches, then you come back and realign your business to meet what customers are searching for. For example, if you are in a boutique or maybe in a beauty and there is kind of maybe a perfume that is being searched more online, you might decide to stock that particular perfume and tell the client that you actually have that particular type of perfume in your store. All right. So you can use organic search, identify what customers are looking for, and also have your business aligned to that. And another thing could be your website. So with your website, you can identify which pages have the most views and which causes your users to disengage or bounce off. So if you have your website, you'll be able to carry out analytics and be able to learn that people do visit your pages and they interact more with a type of page or a type of a section of your website more often than the other. And maybe there is a certain page when your customers visit, they run away immediately. So they bounce off. That is the technical term used. So they bounce off from that page. So when you learn of that, you can be able to look at that page and improve that page. And also look at the pages that makes your customers stay for a while and also be able to capitalize on that and be able to engage with them. All right. Then we have paid search. With paid search, then you can market your product to customers using paid channels. So with that, you'll be able to look at what they are looking for, what are the type of audience do you want to attract, among others. So these are some of the tools that you can actually use to gain the rightful information. All right, so let's move forward and look at the process of analytics. And the last, what do you want to do with that kind of information? So now that you have the insight and analytics data, the next thing is, what do you use that data from? What can you do with it, and what does it affect your business? So to address that, here are some of the ways insight and data can be used. You can identify market trends, all right? When we mention identifying market trends, okay, what is on the higher, what is selling more, what are people saying about a certain product, and what is the current trend, what is trending. So you identify market trends and then ascertain your users experience to better understand their path to purchase. You'll be able to actually see how your users and target audience what they do before they buy, and when you understand that journey to purchase, you will be sure of where exactly you need to communicate with them and what exactly do you need to offer them. And then another thing, you can identify what content users like to influence your content marketing plan. So when you are online and you have information, and you can be able to see which kind of post or content, it could be photos or videos, you'll be able to learn on which type of content people do interact with. Are they videos, they text, or are they photos or images? So from that, it will help you realign your marketing strategy and decide what exactly you need to always be using as a term of content to engage with your clients, right? And the next thing, you will be able to leverage insight to shape your overall strategy. So if you have the insight and you can analyze the data, you will be able to look at when is particular product on trending, on sale, and when are the sales down, which region now performs better with a particular product. So when you have the whole idea, it will help you as a business person to strategize the whole campaign of your business process, including your promotions and your target markets. When exactly should I do this, and where should I do it, and which tool can I use to connect with my customers? We want to pause for a while to take some of our few questions that are coming forward before we move forward with our discussion. Great people. I can see, all right, people are having great conversation going on. All right, I can see, tell us, my name is Rita. What kind of question do you ask a customer? So my name is Rita. Thanks, Rita. Tell us where you are joining us from. Oh, Rona is having a great conversation here. Okay, Rita say, I would like to ask my customer if she's satisfied with my service. Thank you, Rita, for bringing this up, this question. Yes, this is a kind of question that you can ask your customers, by the way, if they are satisfied with your services. And this one could be at the point of engagement. You want to engage with your customer, or this question can always come at the point of nurturing. You want to like have your customers and create friendship with them, or make them your repeat clients or loyal clients. Thanks, Rita, for sharing your thoughts. And Rita says, coming from Uchilda, it's great to have you. All right, hello from Kitgum. Thanks, Lord Martin, for joining us. It's great to have you in our conversation of today. It's raining over there. That is blessing. Thanks, Rita. Okay, we have Mugembe Derek. Hey, from Butungo, KLA. Does that one read as KLA or Clara? Bugembe, you will forgive me if I did pronounce that one incorrectly, but thanks for joining. We are glad that you did find our session important to our business, and you can also share the link with some of your colleagues so that we can learn together, even as we are preparing to use data and insight to grow our businesses online. Thanks, David, for joining. Mutugo is okay, then welcome. Great people, so keep your conversations coming, keep your questions coming. Even as now we proceed to our second agenda of our discussion, in which we want to look at how to identify the best tool to use. How do you identify the best tool to use? Great. So as we jump into our next agenda, our question to us today is, which analytics tools do you currently use? Which analytics tools do you currently use? Have you ever used any analytical tools in your business, in your campaigns, in the things that you are doing? Have you ever used any? If yes, feel free to share that at the chat box, and we'll be able to have a look at them, and be able to learn together with us and see how you have been analyzing your tools, how you have been actually interacting with your customers, right? Great, great, great. Right. Okay. I can see Bugembe Derek say customer want product that stands out. Question to them would be, what changes would they love to see in a product or service? Great. Thanks, Mugembe. This is a great question to ask your client. This is a great question, and this one will actually trigger some conversation with your customers, and this one will make them feel cared for and feel like um, they have a sense of belonging. They will feel like they are part of your business, and that is great. Thanks, Mugembe, for sharing that. Great. So keep on bringing your question and sharing your comments as we handle this question. Which analytic tools do you currently use? Which analytic tools do you currently use? We have several that are in existence, so feel free to share some with us. Some are here. So online platforms offer great features to get information about your customers. We have social media like Twitter, Facebook, Hootsuite, and among others. They give you some great data for you to understand what exactly is going on with your business, and you can be able to pick some of the conversation information and analyze that particular data. All right. We have organic search, for example, Google Search Console, Google My Business. Okay, if you don't understand about Google My Business, we will be able to have a look at Google My Business in our later conversations so that you may be able to set up one for your business and be able to enjoy the benefit that comes with it. So we have Google Search Console and Google My Business. We have website analytics. So with the website analytics, you have your analytics account with Google. Then you can submit your website and receive those analytics. See on how your website is performing, pages visited the most, how people are searching for you. Then we also paid search. This is Google Ads or like promoting a particular segment of your business. Could be your website, a product you're selling. This one could also be a tool for you to get some great insight. All right. So feel free to share some of the analytics that you have used in your business, and we'll be much more glad to learn from you even as we proceed. All right. So let's look at Facebook as an item of discussion as an example of social media tools that can provide you with analytics. So Facebook page insights can help you find out what people are engaging with your page and how they are finding you. So the activities that are taking place on your page views, page likes, page reach out, page engagement, followers that you have. So with this, you can be able to have a lot of data that you can interact with and be able to see how your ad is performing, and you'll be able to see how many people are interacted with, how many people looked at your post, and you can learn more. You can learn more of that particular insight, and you get to use that particular data to realign your business. All right. So have you ever used Facebook before? Have you ever looked at the analytics and the data that comes with it? All right. So like now I'm one of the managers of one of the Facebook pages, and I would wish to share with you and see where exactly you can be able to see some of the insight and data for your business. Like for this particular page, Digital Launchpad, one of the people managing this page. So you will look here and you can see the insight. People reached 50,000. All right. That post engaged 21, 6. Page likes is 13, all right? So you can get this particular insight, and when you get this particular insight, it can help you, all right? You can go to see all so that you look at more of the part of the data that you can access. So if you have ever used this, or you can always be able to access this section on the page, post reach, story reach, recommendations are there, page likes are there, page views, and there are a lot of information here. So you can look at the post that we actually made. You can see when this post was made, the people it was targeting, the reach. You can see, yeah, like this one post made on 5th or 26th of May 2021. It had 66 people reached. You can repost that, or you can boost that particular post. So there's a lot of things you can do with Facebook. So that's just an example of Facebook as one of the social media tools that can provide you with great insight for your business, right? So let's move forward and also look at Google Search Console. So Search Console tools and the report help you to measure your site search traffic and performance, fix issues, and make your site performance well in Google search result. So with Google Search Console, actually, if you submit your website to Google Search Console, it gives you an ample time to sit back as the console works for you to bring to you some of the errors that might exist, get to know how people did find you on search, fix those particular errors, and get to know how people are interacting with your website and how your web pages are performing generally. So if you can submit sitemap and individual URL for crawling, review your index coverage to make sure that Google has the freshest view of your website. And you can be able to receive email alerts when Google identify issues on your site. And when those issues are raised to you, you can go forward and be able to address them. We will be sharing a link with you at the chat box, so you can actually use that link and create an account at the Google Search Console. And when you create that account at Google Search Console, you will be able to submit your website and actually find out on how your website is performing. Great. That's wonderful. So that's all about Google Search Console, one of the tools that can really help you. And another tool, boom, Google My Business. So Google My Business is a great tool that allows you to list your business online and makes your business available both on Google Search and also on Google Maps. So you can use Google My Business as a tool to manage your online presence across the search and maps. Create a listing which customers can use to engage with your business, market to customers, and increase your visibility. You can also leverage on insight to find out how many views your listing had, and where customers find your listing, take actions customer do take on your listing, like the actions the customers take on your business listing. You could be able to see that, and also other interaction that customer have with your Google My Business. So with Google My Business, you can also able to utilize the kind of the interactions that are going on with your business, and you can always be able to find out a data. You're giving a data on how people are searching for you, the number of the number of interaction that your business, your post did have. You can edit that profile anytime, and you can keep customer up to date. And it's a good tool for you, and it will provide you with great insight just to understand on how people are interacting with your presence online. Another thing that you will need to as a tool is Google Trends. All right, Google Trends. So Google Trends is trend search feature that allows and shows the popularity of such terms in Google. Like, you have ever heard people mentioning that people searched for mostly searched word in May 2021. If you can get this one in Google Trends, yeah. Maybe in a particular industry, when you want to learn on how the most popular terms in a particular industry that was mostly searched, Google Trends will give you this information. So you can view whether a trend is on the rise or is in the decline. You can also find demographic insights, related topics, and related queries to help you better understand the Google Trends. So Google Trends provide access to a largely unfiltered sample of actual search requests made to Google. It's anonymized. No one is personally identified with that particular data, but it's always categorized to determine the topic for a search query and aggregated or grouped together for you to be able to understand exactly kind of data you are looking at. This allows us to display interest in a particular topic from around the globe or down to city level geography. So Google Trends data reflect searches people make on Google every day, but it can also reflect irregular search activities such as automated searches or queries that may be associated with attempts to spam our search result. So with Google Trends, you can use Google Trends to find relevant trending topics. You can use Google Trends to help you see clearly whether the search volume is increasing or declining. You can also use Google Trends to monitor competition. You can also identify steady keywords for search engine optimization and find topics by region and target customer at local, region, and even a global level. My moderator will be sharing a link with you for Google Trends so that you can actually visit that particular trend and learn more on that particular data. That link is coming to you soon. So Google Trend, actually we need maybe to do a live demonstration here so that you we will be able to look at how Google Trend can help you, provide you with some data that can help you grow your business online. So I want to share with us a screen here for us to be able to interact with Google Trend platform depending on what exactly you want to achieve. And this one is Google Trend. Let me just share this. Let me know if you can see my screen on Google Trend. So when you visit Google Trend, here you are. So you can search any topic. For example, this is the home page for Google Trend. On your right hand side, you can choose the country in which you want to find something about. Automatically, this has picked Kenya. And then when you can choose the topics you want. It could be global, World Cup, football. We have recently trending. Lakers versus Sun is trending. That is DSTV. Ruto's daughter wedding. That is also trending in Kenya. Let's check UG because majority of us are joining us from Uganda. Let's try to find what's trending in Uganda. Before we go to Google Trend, share with us at the chat box what is trending in Uganda. You people, I know there is something trending in Uganda. Let's before just we visit Uganda. All right, we are there in Uganda. What is trending in Uganda? Recent trending global. This is global. Oh, leakages. In 2020, I want to see local trends in Uganda. All right, so let me explore more. What do I have to search about Uganda? Somebody to let me know. What do we is trending in Uganda? Mm-hmm. Do I say matoke? Well, okay, let's say food. I want something about food. Yes. Food terms. Because I want to come and eat in Uganda. Okay. In the last past 12 months is in Uganda. So you can actually get information, food in the last, let's say, past 1 hour. Let's try past 1 hour and see what is coming up in the past 1 hour. Oh, a lot of things is being searched here. All right. That's 100 traces over time. Well, look, Western region, Central region. You can even categorize in the region how these things is being searched. So we have food, eating topics is 11, but food is like 100. You can explore that one, food past 1 hour, and see how food is trending in Uganda, how people are searching for the term food. All right, you can go even to sub-region, even cities. All right, apart from food that we have searched for Uganda, what else can we search? All right, what else can we search? That is food. Okay, let me search maybe clothing. Search term clothing. Let's edit this and say clothing. Right, clothing terms. Or say garments. Let's see how it has been done. past 12 months, oh, doesn't have enough data to show. Oh, many garment topics are not in Uganda. Okay, fine. Clothing. Oh, let's use fashion. Fashion and sorry. Use fashion. Fashion. Oh, Portugal. This fashion. Oh, let's see fashion. Let's talk about fashion. Understand fashion terms. All right, over 12 months. Let's minimize it to maybe 1 month, past 30 days. How people have been searching about fashion. Oh, it has been doing good, great. In April, it was I-28th. In May 6th, I don't know what happened here. On May 6th, people are not searching about this. And it is higher up on this particular day, May 20th. What happened in Uganda on May 20th? Why were people searching for fashion? Which date was this? May 20th. People really searched for fashion. It was a Thursday. What was happening? So this is what you could do with Google Trends. You can search by category. All category may be vehicles or beauty and fitness. You can go to website, image search, news search, Google Shopping. You can choose. So this is what you can use. Google Trend is also a source of what you can use actually to be able to understand what is trending and use that particular information to realign your business. All right. So I believe we have looked at that. And as I mentioned, you can may be able to learn of the keywords that is on the rise. You can also monitor competitions, get keyword search terms, promote around seasonal trends, know what is on the eye, is trending, and then be able to use that particular information to realign your business. Great. So another thing tool that you can use is Google Analytics. All right. So with Google Analytics, you can achieve more. You get a complete information about your website, how people are visiting your website, how app is performing, and you better check the performance of your marketing, content, products, and many more. So with analytics, you get the complete information of how your actually online presence is performing. And then you get insight only Google can give you. So you can access Google's unique insight and machine learning capability to make the most of your data using Google Analytics. And then you can connect your insight to results. So you can look at the insight and find maybe there is a particular time when people are actually visiting your website, finding more about your product and services. And then you can actually compare that one with the offline activities. If people search for you, for example, in May, what happened on your offline, like in your shop? Were there people calling? Did people visit? Did you make more sale that particular time? So you can be able to connect your insight to result, yeah, and be able to find if the campaign worked out for you. So we are going to take a deeper look at different features and ways we can use analytics in the next few slides. But first, let's take some few questions that are coming from us. Let's see some of the questions that are coming so that we may be able to address them as they come. All right. Great. All right. Football. Oh, Justin Mwangi. Okay. Bob. All right. I can see things that were trending there. It's funny. All right. All right. What is trending now in your country? Bobby Wine. Thanks, Blazy, for changing COVID-19. COVID-19. And the lockdown. That is football. Wow. Thanks, guys, for sharing with us. Oh, okay. Abenzi left a fashion glasses shade. Why is it trended that day? All right. I don't know why it trended that day. You're coming from UG. Please let us know. Why did this trend that day? Why did it trend? People from UG, let's know. What happened? What makes this trend in that particular day? Yeah, were these people buying shirts? What happened? So I don't understand what happened that particular day. Right? It's great to learn from you. So keep on sharing your thoughts on the trends So you can actually use the trends. If the lighted fashion was trending that particular day, maybe people are searching for it, there was a discussion, you can use the same. You can build your product on the same and initiate a conversation around fashion glasses. And then when you introduce a conversation, if maybe you are offering glasses and shades, you can introduce a conversation along that, and so that when people are talking about it, you also get noticed and people can learn of what is about your business. So Google Trend can help you. If there is a topic of discussion, then you come back and realign your post, realign your business marketing strategy with that. Just the same way when we're towards Valentine month, and you need to make your business look Valentine, your communication. So you need to know it is time for Valentine. If there is a time for a certain occasion and find out that it's trending, pick up with that. Let your business be relevant at that particular time. Great people. So Google Trend will actually help you learn that this is trending now and how can my business use that and capitalize on it. Great people. Wonderful. So let's move forward in our next segment that we are going to use on how to understand and analyze your data. How to understand and analyze your data. So we will be looking at Google Analytics dashboard. So Google Analytics dashboard gives you this big 5 categories. The first one, geographical location, popularity over time, active users, visits, and then how you acquired your particular users. So this is a dashboard for Google Analytics that will help you understand your data and be able to actually interpret and analyze it. So if you don't already have a Google Analytics account, that is a very easy steps for you to set it up. And you can actually learn more on Google Analytics, and my trainer will be sharing a link with you at the chat box so that you will be able actually to learn more on Google Analytics and get to know how you can use this tool and better it. So you just go to Google Analytics and visit google.com/analytics, and we shall be also sharing that particular link at the chat box with us. So when you visit that particular link, you are going to be able to sign up for this an account. Name your account. This is important, especially if you have multiple accounts. Choose the industry and category to help you know how you make match against others in the same industry. Then this is always anonymous. All right, it's only help you get yourselves on how you're performing against other businesses within the same industry. Then once you set up your account, it's easy. You'll be ready to use Google Analytics for your business to be able to analyze the activities that are taking place into your website. All right. So once you set up your Google Analytics, you need to pick up a code. We call it tracking code. Where exactly do you get your tracking code? So once you log in at your Google Analytics, you will be presented with this kind of dashboard. And then when you click there, you will be able to see tracking code. So that particular code, you go and insert it into your website on the pages of your website that you want to track. So that tracking code will help Google analyze the activities that are taking place into your website. So when you pick that particular tracking code, you go and have it included in your website. All right. So that particular tracking code, you go have it put in your website. So exactly, where exactly do I go and put it in our website? If you have a website builder, for example, WordPress or any other, there is always a section for analytics, and it allows you to actually add that particular code directly Google Analytics section, and you add that code, save it, and you are done. Or you can ask your website developer to add that particular tracking code to the meta tag section of your website. You don't need to struggle about those particular technical terms if you are not well conversant with it. It's all about inserting your code into your website so that the activities of your website can be tracked and populated into Google Analytics account for you to be able to see what is going on. All right? So you don't have to worry about that. Great. So once you have it into a website, you will be exposed to now some data. You will be able to get some data on your dashboard of your Google Analytics. First area that you need to understand is that segment highlighted, or we have zoomed in, your audience. Right, audience, we will be learning your audience. Okay, where are they? Who are they? How did they find you? What are they doing in your website? That is their behavior. And again, we are looking at conversation. What are they? How are they worth to you? So you will be looking at your audience. Who are they? Acquisition. How did they find you? Was it through a social media campaign? Did they come to learn about you through maybe a direct search? Was it a link shared somewhere? Okay, that is acquisition. Behavior. What do they do when they get to your website? What do they do? Did they go to your contact page? Did they maybe, if you have an e-commerce, did they like try to buy a product? Or did they add a product to their wish list? You seem to understand what exactly did they do. And lastly, the conversation. What are they worth to me? Did they do something important that you can consider as an important business activity? All right, so this is a great data that you can actually get from Google Analytics dashboard report. All right. So data in Google Analytics. So there are some dimension of data in Google Analytics that you actually need to understand. The first one is the dimension. The dimension here we refers to the channel. They're referring to the channels that actually these people did use to find you, the channel. Then the matrix is the numbers. All right, how many actually? So the first dimension, what is organic search? Did they find you through search? Maybe people are searching directly with your name, like other businesses. Okay, let's say Google. Were people searching for Google directly with the name Google? That is organic search. And then we have referrals. So when we talk about referrals, this refers to any other place that you did share your website link and people actually followed that link from that particular site that you shared. It could be a blog somewhere. It could also be a social media page. It could be from another common site where people do interact. So when people uses comes to your website from those particular other sources, we refer to that one referral. So why is this one important? If you did find that most people did find you through another blog or through a social media page, you can take a look at that and find a way in which you can partner with those people, do more so that more people can find you. So it is a great way for you to build your business, all right? Then we have direct searches. Direct searches is like a person knows you, knows your website, and actually keys in your URL and comes to your website directly. Now, that one is search. It could be paid search. Paid search is a campaign maybe you are carried out. So among other social media, affiliates, and also display. So these are some of the dimensions of what exactly did these people use, and metrics are the number. So this is how you can sit down, learn on this data, and see where to improve, where to put more effort, where to leave completely. This is a great way for you to get information to actually grow your business online. Having mentioned that, we want to look at uh, a real concept that we actually discussed previously to help you come up with the right questions. And this one will make you know what to do with that particular information that you have actually collected. All right. So real concept and tips, you need to practice it. For example, for reach, how people are finding you online. Identify which search terms are driving the traffic to your website. Look to improve links from social media platforms. Develop relationship with referral website to drive more traffic to a website. Engage is what are people engaging with when they find you online. Are they reading a particular, they take much of the time reading a content, maybe they view a photo. What exactly are they actually doing? So learn with pages and get any view, discover what is really engaging to your visitors. For example, you could discover most people, once they buy your product online, they drop it off at the checkout. You could ask yourself, why are they dropping out at the checkout? It could be maybe at the checkout you have provided so many texts for them to fill: phone number, where are you located, gender, email address, do you have a child, have you ever bought from us, where did you hear from us for the first time? You are carrying out all a campaign at the checkpoint in which they only need to buy and go away. So with that kind of data and information, you'll be able to learn on what actually to do. And then activate. Activate is, like I mentioned, is either introducing a new product to your people, or actually introducing a product to a new market, or introducing a product through a new channel. So what channel is driving the most booking? Identify which referring site drive more conversation. And with this can help you as a business person see where to put more effort. If maybe, for example, Instagram are giving you more people, more interaction, then why you waste other effort in other channels? You can build up relationship through Instagram as a business person. Okay, if maybe Twitter is doing well and you have not made enough effort in Twitter, you can actually rearrange and reorganize your business activities to incorporate Twitter in your business. So to activate. And also when you come to nature, it's about getting reviews. Are your customers happy? Are you getting feedbacks? Are they happy to talk to you? Are they happy to tell you how bad your product is, or how grateful are they with them having used your product or your product services, or having interacted with some of your sales team? So this is to nature, right? So Rain will actually help you understand what exactly do you need to do with the information that you have received from Google Analytic tools, from social media insight, from Google My Business Insight that we actually mentioned, right? Did Rain concept tips reach home? If you have any other question, feel free to share with us at the chat box, even as we move to look at Google Trends, all right? So you remember we looked at Google Trends and we looked at how the page looks like practically. So Google Trends lets you do the following: explore what the world is searching for by entering a keyword for topic and Explorer. See more, curate by News Lab at Google that provide additional insight found by data. So you can use Google Insight to do so many. You can see daily search trends. You can see year-in search data. Find guidance material about News Lab and trends. So the trending searches pages shows trending searches around the world. You can click on story to get more context, like the most relevant articles or trending queries. It could be daily search trends, like we did see in our practical. You can actually see real-time search trends, and this one will makes you be able to learn more on what you need to do with the data you get, because that one gives you exactly what people are doing online, what people are searching, and you can use that particular terms they are using to realign your business with. You can learn more at the chat box, sharing a link with you soon. Moderator will be having to share a link with you so that you may be able to learn more with that particular information, to just have you learn more with Google Trends. Great people. Now, with Google Trends, you can be able to promote your business around seasonal trends. So seasonal trends allow your business to stay relevant and competitive. If people are talking about a certain type of cloth, and in your store it is not there, then you will be off the trend. But if people are talking about type of cloth and you are stocking clothes, you need to have it in your store and talk something about it. So throughout the year, your business will experience peaks and tips that will impact your revenue. For example, Anika might use Google Trends to identify seasonal trends in types of clothing, create content about current trends, adjust to the demand. Even women jackets, you can see a rise on the need in winter months, low in summer, and adjust according to the demand, right? So you can also use Google Trends for Google keyword. So Google Trends shows what searches and keywords are trending. So use the related queries to search to use trend to identify other potential keyword tags. Did I actually mention that one correctly? Let me come up again. Google Trends shows what searches and keywords are trending. So you can use those particular related queries section to do the following. Use trend to identify other potential keywords and even tags. Name your product category according to popular keywords. Look at that. So if there is a popular keyword, that one might force you to go and rename your product in line with that. You can optimize your post according to trending keywords. All right. If, for example, there is a trending glasses and shades, and maybe they are using a name Shades for Life, or Broken Shades is trending, Broken Shades, you can include something Broken Shades in your description of your product. All right. This is just an example. So Anika looks for blouses. Here are some related keywords that he can use if he's using for like blouses. We have brown color should be brown. We have a topic of camouflage, so you can describe your product like your jacket is camouflaging, all right? Boho cheek, fringe, all right? So these are some of keywords that actually Anika could use. Right. So I want to pause to get some of our reaction and questions from us. Let's get to here. If we have any questions coming from us, great people. All right, I can see our moderator sharing great links, resources to us, and I'll be able to wait. So how do you want to insert code into a website? All right, so I can see a great questions. How do you insert the code into the website? Thanks, Justin. After you have picked your code, if you are building your website using like a builder, there is always a section for you to be able to insert a tracking code. And also there, if you have a website developer developing a website for you, and then you will be able actually to give the code to your developer and insert that particular code to your website. By the way, if you go to Google and search for Google analytic code syntax, you will be able to actually get uh, get a code on how you can actually add that particular code to your website if you are building it from scratch. But if you are using website builders, for example, WordPress, and let me just share with you my screen. An example of website builder is Camilio, and I want to share with you on where you can actually add your Google Analytics to answer your question. So most website builders come with this particular section in which you can analyze your tools, your website, and add analytics. Like here, there is analytics. Okay, you can look at analytics, report for your website. You can go to settings. For example, this is Camilio. This is Camilio website builder. We have WordPress, we have several ones. So look at there. We have to search engine optimization, and then there is Google Analytics. For here, you just come for Google Analytics and say Universal Analytics, or you say Google, and then you place your analytics ID here. So once you have analytic ID to this particular website, maybe that I'm creating a little product, then that will be set and done. So every website builder always have that segment for you to add Google Analytics. Nonetheless, there is always also a place for you to add the code. If you are coding directly, Google Analytic, you can just search Google Analytic syntax, code syntax. Then you will get that particular, how to insert that particular syntax into your website. If you are building your website from scratch, it's always very simple. Let me share my screen with you for a sample Google Analytics syntax. Let me just share with you. There is a syntax. If you just Google it and you will get it. So you don't need actually to cram all this. So if you're building your website from scratch, for them that you can look at this particular syntax, yeah? So you can actually take this one and add it into a meta tag section of your website that you are building, all right? So there is always help on how you can add this. So what you will need to change is change your tracking code. Here, you put your tracking code that you have picked from your analytic account. So you come and paste it there, and you leave everything as it is. So we have several syntax that have been developed, and you can Google that one and be able to insert it to your website. I believe that one helps. So you can insert it directly to your website builder in that particular, that comes with that section, or you can actually add it into the meta tag of your website that you are building on that particular page, and you will be set up to go. Let's see if there is any other question that did come. All right, let me look at any other question that is coming forward. Great, great. There is no other question. So we have so many other people share. No other question is coming up. Thanks, guys, for sharing your comments. And maybe if you don't have a question, then I have a question for you. Why don't you have a question? Then I have a question for you. My question is, what are going to be your next steps after this particular session? Our moderator have shared great links with us. So this was just 1 hour session. What are you going to do differently from today? Are you going to design questions to ask a customer? Are you going to pick methods of connecting to a customer? Are you going to set a Google My Business? Are you going to set up a social media account for you? Are you going to set up a Google Analytics? What are you going to do exactly after this particular session? So this was a single day session. My moderators shared several links with us. You can learn more online. So feel free to visit Grow with Google, with Google /NTLA/SA for you to learn more. And our moderators shared this link with us too at the chat box. You can learn more for free online. And also, if you have any feedback for us, the feedback form has been provided so that you share with us some of your feedbacks. But again, if there is anything you have learned today, moderators shared the social media link. So feel free to put a comment on our social media. On Facebook, we are Digital Skills for Africa. And then on Twitter, we have Digital Skills AF. And on Instagram, we are Digital Skills AF. So feel free to share your comments with us at our social media platform with the hashtag Grow with Google. We will wish to get to hear from you what you did learn today, what you are going to change, what exactly you are going to do differently. And if you have any feedback form has been provided. And if you want to actually get a certificate for attending this particular session, our moderators shared the same with us. So if not much ado, I just want to say thank you so much. Hello, guys. Oh, Kucha Launch is saying it's going to set up Google Analytics. Thanks so much, Kucha Launch. Set it up, try it out, and in our next session, you can bring forward your questions so that we can learn together with us. and our moderators shared great resources with us. I want to say thank you again for joining our session today. As I mentioned, I was our lead trainer, Orwa Joseph, joining us from Mombasa, Kenya, assisted by our able moderator, Pius, joining us from Kampala, Uganda. I'm coming soon to Uganda to check what is trending there. But before we come, let's join on our next session when we will be learning more. So feel free to subscribe to our Google YouTube channel so that you get updates when we come live. Until we meet again, remember to social distance, sanitize, put well your mask. Together we can do away with corona. Thank you guys.